It's match day 2 in Group C of the 2022 AFC Champions League. Both these teams drew their opening matches, so a win for either would be a welcome boost in their quest to finish at top spot. It's Shabab Al Ahli from Dubai against Foolad Khouzestan from Iran at the King Abdullah Sports City in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Well, we are centralised venues again, as I'm sure you know by now, and that is the state of play after the opening matches in this group. Al, the newcomers from Turkmenistan, got off to a draw start, a point for them in their opening match. They're in action a little bit later on against Al Harafa. So one of these teams could well take an early control of the group. There are 6 matches to come, of course, over the next few weeks. Once again, nice and hot here in Jeddah, 31 degrees and 41% the humidity at the moment. It is approaching 8:15 in the evening local time, as we await the arrival of the two teams. The 41st edition of Asia's Premier Club Competition. The 20 teams from the West getting their campaigns underway. Only the top team in each group go through, don't forget. They will be joined by 3 of the 5 second-place teams. So it is vitally important to get some points on the board and try and take control of the group. And the winners of the overall competition will qualify automatically for the 2023-24 edition, which is, as we say, a slightly different format next year. The games in the group stage will be later on in the year, with the knockout stages coming early in 2024. Al Hilal, the defending champions, of course, from Saudi Arabia, got their campaign off to a winning start 2 days ago. They beat Pohang Steelers in last year's final in Riyadh. 4th time they'd won the competition, a record 4th win for them. Western section runs from the 7th of April to the 27th of April. The Eastern section gets underway on the 15th of April, just in a few days' time. And that will conclude on the 1st of May, when we find out which teams will be going through to the knockout stages. The Eastern section will be in August. The Western section don't play their knockout games until February next year. So a little bit of a wait for these players once they get themselves through to the next stage. The game's coming every 3 days. We'll give you the team news very soon. So Shabab Al Ahli were held to a 1-1 draw by Ahal from Turkmenistan in their opening game. Had to come from behind in that one after Bashimov had put the newcomers in front. Foolad drew a blank against Al Harafa, 0-0 in their opening match. We're almost ready for the arrival of the two teams. So this vast arena. It is a wonderful stadium here in the King Abdullah Sports City. Some wonderful stadiums in Saudi Arabia. I know they're bidding for a future AFC Asian Cup. These stadiums are getting plenty of practice over the next few weeks in hosting these big matches in the AFC Champions League. Javed Nakunam, the coach there for Foolad. That's Mahadi Ali, the Shabab Al Ahli coach. 2 very experienced men at the helms of these teams. Shabab Al Ahli, nicknamed the Red Knights. They played in green the other night. They are back in their more familiar red kit today that they're so used to. Foolad are based in Awaz in Khuzestan, founded back in 1971. Twice they've won the Iranian Pro League. Haven't won it since the 2013-14 season, though they probably feel they're about due another domestic title. When they won the title back in 2004-2005 season, they picked up 64 points from their 30 matches, the highest tally by any team since 2001, and that's a formidable target. Shabab players on the bench, hoping to get on in the second half. They have had 1 or 2 injury worries, Shabab Al Ahli. missing several key players from that first match. Not much recovery time, of course, between these matches, with the games coming every 3 days, so any injuries, you hope, nothing too serious. AFC flag makes his way out, followed by the match officials. Ryuji Sato from Japan is the referee, and who's been very familiar in this AFC Champions League over the past few seasons. One of the top officials in Asia. He's followed out by the two teams. Foolad in the white, Shabab Al Ahli in the red. Should be a good game between these two. Two very competitive sides. And both looking for a first win. Somebody needs to try and take control of the group. It is quite difficult with just that one place up for grabs in these groups. There are no margins for error. It is a first ever meeting between these two sides in the AFC Champions League. So the team news: Shabab Al Ahli making 5 changes to the side that drew with Ahal 3 days ago. Majid Nazair comes in goal. 3 of the back 4 change. Only Walid Abbas remains from the last match. The other change comes in midfield as Ahmad Nourali replaces Gustavo, who picked up an injury in the first match. Gustavo, one of a number of players that's not featuring tonight because of injury. Shimba is the captain. He was the main strike threat, missed a couple of chances in that opening game. It's Nazair, the goalkeeper, that wears the captain's armband for Shabab Al Ahli. As we say, Ryuji Sato is the referee. He was in charge of Iraq against Syria in the recent qualifiers. Well, Foolad make just 2 changes to their starting lineup. Sina Maridi and Ali Reza Kushki, who both came on in the first match. They both start tonight. Goal scoring responsibility, as we say, will again fall to the captain Shimba, supported by Ansari and Arash in a 4-2-3-1 formation with Maridi, one of those 2 holding midfielders. And Mahdi Ali, former player, played all his career at Al Ahli, 194 appearances. Of the 5 players that drop out of the Shabab Al Ahli 11, only Ahmed Abdullah Jamil is among the subs, with several injuries, as we say, for the coach to contend with. The Foolad bench has Mohamed Reza Kalabati and Mohamed Abshak, the 2 players that dropped out of their starting 11. And the coach, Javid Nakuna, just 41 years of age, the Iranian, played as a central midfielder in his playing days. Ahmed Nourali there, who was one of the standout performers when he came off the bench in the first match. Getting his chance from the start tonight with those injury problems. So Shimba is a big striker who likes to put himself around a bit. Spent the first 4 years in his career in Brazil before joining Foolad some 10 years ago now. He's been a great servant to the club. So we're almost ready for the countdown. Shabab Al Ahli in the red. Two very good central defenders as well. Foolad, particularly Koulibaly. So we're underway then. Second matches for these 2 teams in Group C. Shabab Al Ahli in the red, kicking from right to left in the first half. Certainly both sides will look to be a little bit more economical in front of goal, having scored just 1 goal between them in their respective opening matches. That goal from Ganiev, the equaliser for Shabab Al Ahli. Ganiev is one of the 2 holding midfielders alongside Majid. There is Ganiev getting a first touch. Bumdan. Vahid just forced to backtrack into his own half slightly. Cushion header from Salmin. coached the national team at all levels through to the full side, Mahdi Ali. Javid Nakuna made over 150 appearances for the national team in his playing days. Early free kicker. You can see how high that Shabab Al Ahli line is being held at the moment. Deep ball in towards Koulibaly. Might bounce through here to Boumdan. Looking back across Shimba. Completely missed it. Struggling to get this one away. Shabab Al Ahli, it's back in again from Sina. And eventually the ball is out for a throw. Interested to see if Shabab Al Ahli are affected by those 5 changes they've had to make tonight. One of them has come in goal, though. Boumdan, good header on, looking for Shimba, who jumped a little early. And we'll go out for a corner off Walid. So early pressure from Foolad here. In towards Shimba, unable to get a touch on it though, but they're keeping the pressure on here. It's another corner. Referee just having a quick word with Arash Rezavand, on loan at Foolad from Istiklal. With the corner, another corner. They're struggling to get this one away. Salman with the clearing header that time for another corner. Foolad will hope to make the most of this early possession. They had 67% possession, Foolad, in their opening match. And there's another header which has gone just wide of the target, so that will relieve the pressure a little on Shabab Al Ahli there. Boumdan unable to get any direction on the header, wide of the post. Nazar coming in for his first appearance. Senghor just ran out of space on this near side. Mahdi looking to take the throw in quickly. Mahdi, Shimba, misplaced those straight to Juma. Salman. You see what he was trying to do, just feed that into the path of Ganyev. It was well read by Vahid. Kushki. Vahid on the overlap, another good ball in. Shimba just got ahead to it, but again, it was just a fraction too high for him. And that will go out off Mahdi for a throw. Shabab Al Ahli are currently 5th in the league table back in the UAE. 3 games to go. They're 9 points behind Sharjah, so it's highly unlikely that they'll be able to improve on that position. Foolad are also 5th in their league back in Iran in the Pro League there as well. 16 points behind the leaders Istiklal, though, who are pretty much running away with that league at the moment. It's forward by Koulibaly. Much too long, though. That'll be easy for Nazar rather. Koulibaly had a great game in that first match. A man born in Mali. Another player that's been in Iran a long time, played in Esteghlal back in 2013. It's gone out off Sangor, just misplaced with the ball forward. Mehdi with the throw. Shimba. Helped back by Walid to Salmin. Majid picks out Haikal. He's one of the 5 players to come into the starting lineup tonight. Abdulaziz Hussein Haikal. Ansari. Still unable to find anything going forward in the final third. Foolad. That's nicely done. Couldn't quite keep it in though. Mohamed Juma just ran out of pitch. It was a nice little dummy to let the ball roll through his legs, but Mehdi was just slightly out of position. No harm done in the end with the throw. Agassi, rare touch for the Foolad defenders. The ball's been pretty much in the Shabab Al Ahli half for the opening 7.5 minutes or so we've played so far. Koulibaly. Majid, he's claiming that he won the ball. It was a big chunk of the player before. But it will be a free kick. Mehdi will look to take this one. Both teams going with a like-for-like 4-2-3-1 formation, as they favoured in the first match as well. No elevation on that. It's headed away by Salmin. Helped on by Haikal. Fifth appearance in the AFC Champions League for Foolad Khouzestan. They qualified by winning the 2020-21 AFC Cup. They did play in the group stages last season. They finished bottom of the group. They only managed 5 points. They had the 1 win against Al Wahdat from the UAE. Just run out of play by Ahmed Nourali. Mehdi looking long with the throw. Once again, it'll be dealt with by Salmin. Ahmed. Bit of sharpness about Foolad tonight. They're winning those second balls with regularity at the moment. Sina. Koulibaly. Sina. Nicely threaded through towards Ansari, who got a little lucky there. Arash. Shimba. Shot took a deflection. It'll be another corner. So Foolad looking the more dangerous at the moment in the early exchanges. They did have 14 shots in that first game against Al Harafa. They only hit 2 on target. So the coach was, well, visibly frustrated on the sidelines with those sort of stats. Javad Nakunam. We're hoping his side can fare slightly better in front of goal tonight. They've got another corner. Of movement. Again, nobody in white able to get a touch. It was Ganiev away, and then a shot from a long way out is well wide of the target from Vahid Hidari. Hasn't scored a senior goal in 9 years, Vahid. Possibly see why with that particular effort a moment or so ago. Still goalless in 11 minutes played here at the King Abdullah Sports City in Jeddah. Other two teams in the group in action a little bit later on as well. Ahal against Al Harafa, just across the city. Thomas Olsen is one of the foreigners in the Shabab Al Ahli lineup. It is a 3+1 foreigner rule. One of the players from another Asian country. Mehedi. Cut up by Ansari, did well there to guide it back to Arash. Shimba applauds the ball forward. It was slightly misplaced though for the Brazilian. Senghor's tried to gain himself a little bit of ground on this near side. Referee making him go back. Shimba just been held onto and then pushed in the back by Walid, it looked like. That's good feet from Mehedi. Given away by Shimba. Now there might be a chance of the first break here for Harib. Just pushed out wide to Heikel. Harib's continued his run. This is good play from Shabab Al Ahli. Agassi is the covering defender. Haikal, great looking ball in, free. At the post is Juma and should have hit the target. Gordon, the goalkeeper, just looks at his defenders. That was the best move of the match we've seen from either side. Shabab Al Ahli, he went for the volley. Maybe had more time than he thought there. Mohamed Juma could have maybe brought that down and tried it on the left foot. Went for the first time right foot and only found the side netting. Ansari. Flick away by Ganyev. By Majid. Now Thomas has to come deep to win the ball back for himself and find Heikel. A real sprint through the middle. Great aerial presence, Thomas Olsen. Great goal-scoring record as well. Ganyev. It's in towards Olsen. Koulibaly just did enough to get across. Senghor leaves it for Ahmed. Mehedi Ali on the sidelines. You can see in the goal bib as he's wearing a red top, the same as his team. Foul by Kushki. Majid. Walid. Shabab Al Ahli just starting to get into the game. They absorbed a lot of early pressure, those early corners from Foolad. Ahmed. Majid. Nicely played out to Haikal. Ganyev. Majid. Some movement up front. There's not too much to aim for at the moment in that forward line. Thomas just needs to make sure that he stays on side. Haikal. Ganyev goes on the overlap. Haikal opts to come inside. Nice little reverse ball play to Harib. He goes down in the penalty area. He's claiming a corner, but it's not going to be a corner. It's a goal kick according to the Japanese referee. No VAR, don't forget, in the group stages of the AFC Champions League. There was contact from Boom down there. Shabab Al Ahli are one of the most successful clubs in the UAE. 7 league titles to their name. 10 President's Cups, 5 UAE Super Cups, 5 League Cups. Very, very successful unit over the years. Touch from Majid, just had enough on it to find Haikal. Ganyev. Harib. Haikal. Harib. Good cross from Ganiev, doesn't get it, gets a corner though. As young Ganiev does hail from Uzbekistan, he is the Asian foreigner within the Shabab Al Ahli team. Thomas will with the target. Ganiev with the corner right the way across. It came off Vahid. Shimba. It's a player down, but play will continue. It's behind Ansari. They're going to put the ball out, I think. Foolad, are they? Just waiting to see if the player... Yes, he's back on his feet, so no need to stop play. They can continue trying to build a little bit of momentum here. Agassi. Vahid. No great tempo to the game at the moment. So it is very hot here. We saw at the start of the game it was some 31 degrees, even though it's late in the evening in Jeddah. Foolad having the best possession at the moment in the opening 17 minutes. And the play by Majid. One or two unforced errors as well from both teams at the moment in the early stages. Two venues have been used for this group. The King Abdullah Sports Centre, Sports City rather, where we are now, and the Prince Abdullah Al Faisal Stadium. Until the 19th of February next year will we have the final, the AFC Champions League. It's Kushki going in strong on Harib. Thomas. Flick over the top for Juma. Sansari. Salmin. Foolad will be disappointed that they can't play their home games in their own stadium, the newly built Foolad Arena. Just over 30,000 people can pack into that stadium. That's a lovely ball through, and a nice touch from Ganiev as well. Thomas is in the middle waiting. He's got Senghor at the back post. Senghor's little cushioned header. Not too sure what he was doing there because Ahmed had just tucked inside. Now they'll have to start again. Looked like a good chance to try and get a header on target there from Senghor. Ahmed. It's going all the way back to Nazar in the Shabab Al Ahli goal. Good leap by Walid. Thomas. You notice the difference sometimes in the intensity of the game without spectators in the stadium. We had a good crowd in the other night for the Al Hilal game, and you could see that the players were visibly lifted by the influence the crowd noise brings. One or two Shabab Al Ahli fans you can just hear in the background here, but certainly not in any great numbers to lift the atmosphere. We have foul on Boumdan by Heikel. There's that cross in a moment or so ago from Ganiev. Not too sure what Senghor was doing. He seemed to be in a good position to at least try and get a header on target, but opted to try and guide it back towards where Ahmed was, but completely out of position. Senghor will put the ball out of play, so Sina can potentially get a little bit of treatment here. He's a player that's been at the club all his career, Sina Maridi. Played just 11 games at Saipa a couple of seasons ago, but 25-year-old has played 71 times in the league now for his club. Oh, well, caught his own player. Mehdi Ali with a few instructions for Harib. Despite the fact he made nearly 200 appearances for his club, Mehdi Ali, he never really broke into the international scene. He made just 8 appearances for the UAE national side. We're back underway then. Ball with Mohamed Nazair, the Shabab Al Ahli goalkeeper, the Red Knights as they're affectionately known. It's Walid. Good ball over the top for Thomas, brought it down with the shoulder. 1 or 2 half appeals for a handball, but it was, I think it came off his shoulder then, Thomas. It's good defending though, 3 defenders were around him. Koulibaly, the man that got across, and clearance completed by Agassi back to his goalkeeper. Shimba, nicely guided on. I don't think Ansari will get there though. Throwing conceded by Walid. Not too much action from either side in the final third at the moment. Those early corners for Foolad failed to produce any real problems for the goalkeepers. No shots on target as yet in the 24th minute. Mehdi here looking to take the long throw. By Ahmed, and then helped on by Haikal. There's a break on Ganyev. Poor touch by Kushki allowed him to nick the ball away from him, but Kushki's done well to get back. Ganyev trying to get away from his man. It's a good ball in, nicely laid back. Here's a chance for Harib. Blocked by Vahid in front of the goalkeeper. Good defending. Appeals for handball by Shimba, but nothing given. That was a chance for Shabab Al Ahli. Ganyev's gone down injured now. Holding his foot. Well, the 2 best moves of the game so far have both come from Shabab Al Ahli. There's a nice layback into the path of Harib, but he ran in front of him. That was the touch from Kushki that allowed Ganyev initially to bring the ball away. Just see Harib holding his position in the middle. Juma was at the back post. It was a nice little layback from Juma. But then it was blocked away by Vahid in front of Gordon. There's too many bodies between him and the goal. Ahmed. Michael's looked comfortable since coming into the side. Replacing Ahmed Abdullah Jamil, who's on the bench tonight. The only one of the 5 players to drop out of the starting lineup that's on the bench. Bounces awkwardly across. Goalkeeper's a long way out of his goal here. Stabbed away by Walid. Mehdi. Well, went back by Shabab Al Ahli. It's a nice ball as well from Juma. A little bit of vision to pick out Haikal. What can they do here? Ganyev going down the channel. Haikal around the overlap. Here is Haikal. 2 to aim for in the middle. Thomas trying to create some space for himself. It's in towards Juma. Put him behind him. Koulibaly. Squared by Majid to Haikal. Haikal. Harib. Shimba. It's given away cheaply. Here's Walid, trying to get himself into a shooting position. Can't hit the target though. Good run from the centre-back coming forward. Did play UAE's 2 recent internationals against Iraq and the Korea Republic. The UAE did make it into a playoff for the qualification. Of course, the World Cup in Qatar, so all eyes on Asia this year for the first Winter World Cup. Iran, Korea Republic, Saudi Arabia and Japan, the 4 automatic qualifiers from the groups. Well, that's a hefty clash of heads. And straight away, they're calling for the medical stuff. It was a nasty one. Walid has been penalised. It will be a free kick. As you were saying, UAE finished 3rd in Group A. They'll play Australia in a playoff to see who goes into the intercontinental playoff against one of the CONMEBOL teams. That playoff will be on the 7th of June. In fact, it is Peru that they'll play, whoever wins that. It's the shoulder of Walid that's just caught Kushki. It's a nasty one. Oof. Heavy blow. And the medical staff were straight on for Ali Reza Kushki. Came on after 58 minutes against Al Harafa Kushki in the first match. He did have a spell in charge of Shabab Al Ahli back in the 2017-18 season. Madi Ali, reappointed 2 years ago, and a man who's trying to guide his side through to some Champions League success. Both players, or both sets of players, are rather grateful of any little break in play that they can take some water on in these hot conditions. Both players seem to be okay. Certainly Walid just being led away. Just he'll have to come off the field, of course, having received treatment before he can be called back on again. We are okay to continue. Will be a free kick to Foolad, still 0-0 as we approach the half-hour mark. And again, that line being held very, very high by Shabab Al Ahli. This is the kind of ball that can be whipped in behind that defence and looking for someone to run onto it as long as they time it so that they stay on side. Shimba will be the target. Koulibaly's a big aerial presence as well. Vahid. With this Koulibaly, got a little bit too much on it, Koulibaly. And the header lands on the roof of the net from Boumdan. A couple of headers from corners in the early stages of the game, Boumdan, but again, they were queuing up there in the middle. Couldn't get the downward force on the ball, and it ends up landing on the roof of Mohamed Nazer's net. Vahid. Shimba. All the way through to the goalkeeper. There has been a swing, as you see in the possession. It was the same numbers, but the other way around the last time we saw that particular statistic. So Shabab Al Ahli have started to just impose themselves on the game a little. So we still await the first shot on target, though. Harib. Looked like a good challenge that from Sina, but he's been penalised. I think it was the way he sort of wrapped his foot around the ball. He did bring Harib down, but it looked like a clean take of the ball from Sina. No, he did just catch the leg, so good decision. Tricky character, Harib. He's very, very quick off the mark. Free kick at the other end. Comes off the back of Arash. Ganiev. Salmin. Ganiev. Ahmed. Trying to thread it through to Juma. A throw-in which will be taken by Sangor here. Ganiev. Definitely starting to control the play now in the possession. Shabab Al Ahli. Walid. Kept in by Sangor. Did well to keep it in as well. Oh, couldn't bring the ball under control. Neither side able to hang on to the ball for very long at the moment. They're both giving it away cheaply at the moment. Hakel to Salmin. Now Walid. To the channel for Juma to chase. He can't quite keep it in play though. So another player like Harib, it's useful to have that pace on both sides with Thomas and Ahmed through the middle. Awkward one, coming down out of the floodlights. Foul by Ansari. It's fair to say some of these decisions are not being agreed to by the players. Neither goalkeeper have been called into action yet. Nazar, who just took that free kick, and his opposite number, Shabab Gordon. Next fixtures for these two sides in 4 days' time is the back-to-back fixtures, which you always get on match days 3 and 4. Shabab Al Ahli will play Al Harafa, while Foolad will play their back-to-back games against Ahal. Both of those games, the Ahal game coming here at the King Abdullah Sports City, while Shabab Al Ahli will move across to the Prince Abdullah Al Faisal Stadium. It's Vahid. He's taking a deflection, it'll be yet another corner. Lots of corners in this first half. It's the 5th for Foolad. Haven't managed to trouble any of the scorers just yet, but let's hope Kushki can come up with a good delivery here that could get his side maybe into the lead before half-time. 10 minutes to go to the break. It's a flick. The near post, which is too much on it, really. Could have done. We're just taking a little bit off that. Just a gentle flick from Agassi might have been better, but too much on it. It drops behind for a goal kick. Hakel. Ganiev. Agassi, Vahid. Koulibaly. Just lacking a little bit of inventiveness at the moment. Foolad, they're going backwards more than they're going forwards at the moment in the absence of any players in space. Koulibaly, Mehedi, Arash, Koulibaly. Bundan. Forward again by Koulibaly, looking for the run of Shimba. Koulibaly's header, Shimba. Wally just got a foot in, just did enough to put Shimba off. Possession still with Foolad though, Vahid. Agassi. Tried to feed it inside to Ansari, might get it back here. Agassi. Harib. Can't make anything of it once again, Foolad. Now it'll be a chance for Shabab Al Ahli to push forward. Thomas on the chase. Mehedi just got across in front of him. Battle between those two. "55 goals in 114 appearances for Lillestrøm for Thomas Olsen. Ganyev. Now Haikal. Harib trying to get away from his man. Here is Harib. Haikal. Ganyev. Walid. Juma. Haikal. Salmin. Harry caught in possession cheaply by Mehedi. Shimba. Both sides giving the ball away clumsily. Both coaches not happy. Player down injured here, it's Sina Maridi. Another player that came off the bench in the first match against Al Harafa. Javad Nakuna. A lot of pointing and gesticulating at the moment. So he saw his side draw a blank in the opening game against Al Harafa. Ansari, the man that's getting it in the neck from his coach at the moment. Sansari is 29 games without a goal. Looks like they're going to have to make a change here. I don't think Sina's going to be able to continue. So this is a blow for Foolad just before half-time. He was one of the two changes tonight, Sina Maridi, coming into the starting lineup. It's been a game of few chances so far. High Colours seen plenty of the ball down that far side. Coming into the starting lineup tonight, Salman and his other defenders had a lot of corners to clear early on. Javed Nakoud, I'm sorry, side-stopped positively, but Shabab Al Ahli had the best two chances. Still haven't troubled the goalkeeper. One of those efforts was blocked by Vahid before it could reach the keeper. So they will make the change. Now Sina obviously not able to walk off at the moment, so they're just waiting for the stretcher. It's going to be Mohamed Abshak that comes on. He did start the game a few days ago. He was replaced tonight by Sina, so he's back in that holding midfield role alongside Boumdan. Let's hope that's nothing too serious for Sina. As we mentioned earlier on, the recovery time is not great. They do have 4 days before their next game. Foolad, they've got an extra day's rest. They played just 3 days ago against Al Harafa rather. Confirmation of the change then. First change of 5 potentially for both teams in these COVID times, of course. You can have up to 5 substitutions. And the squad rotation you tend to find is very important in these competitions, with the games coming so close together. They do still play based on a home and away format, even though we're in a neutral venue, so do play each other twice across the next few weeks. Here is Abshak, first touch for the substitute. Just completed his, or coming up to complete his 3rd season at Foolad. It's Koulibaly. Will be a bit of added time to go on at the end of the first half as well, due to that injury stoppage a moment or so ago. It's not a great ball again, straight through though to Nazaire. Three minutes added time then at the end of the first 45. The first 45 minutes that's been relatively uneventful. Majid. Haikal. Walid. Back to Nazaire. felt he'd been pushed in the back there by Ansari. Nothing given though. Senghor. Ahmed. In towards Thomas. Good header by Agassi. Just got enough on that to prevent Thomas getting a sight of goal. There's Shimba on the chase. Javad Nakunam urging players forward. They've had to go backwards in the end to Mehedi. Now a bit of space here for Kushki. Flip the heels of Shimba on its way through. Salmi with the clearance. Chested off by Mehedi. Hooked away by Juma. Koulibaly. Goes all the way across. Well, Shimba couldn't get a touch on it, but Arash did, but couldn't keep it down, and it goes high over the top. It's a good opportunity at the end of the first half. Shimba just looked to be having his shirt tugged there by Walid. Well, there goes the half-time whistle from Ryuji Sato. No shots on target in that first half, which again will be disappointing. Foolad still have yet to score in the competition, while their opponents tonight, Shabab Al Ahli, have only the one goal to show. Juma was a lively participant in that first half. Senghor got forward from full-back. Shimba hasn't had too much service again from Foolad, but at half-time we await the first goal. It's Shabab Al Ahli 0, Foolad Khouzestan 0.
Josu. No, se juega sin balón. No hay balón. Jugamos sin balón aquí.
خلاص طيب اطلع عمالي ما عندهم دي ويجلسوا كلهم برا.
حريقه الارضيه كلها.
خلي الملعب لا عنده. لا لانه لو هذه حاجه تحطها كل عام كل مباراه المشكله مو هي.
افتكر انت
المراقب الاسيوي اعطانا فيه الصور كيف لا خلاص هذه حقتها ينزل ينظم ما حد يكلمه. فقلت له البطايق الصغيره دي قال لنا المباراة اللي راحت الأمور طويلة، المباراة هذه عشان أظن لا عشان لا عشان ورق
يلبسوا بطايق ما بطايقه جابتنا كذا واحد
والله أظن عشان إيران
لا بس بطاقة ما هي بطاقة ما يخش فيها كذا واحد
هو قال مراقب ما كانت أصلا أمالي ما كانت لها هم أعطوني السودة دي تذكر أنت شفت اللي جوا جالس لأمها واخذت زياده كمان عشان لا ينقص واحده ولا عامل ابيعها يطحنون عليه.
اللي كان معانا السنة اللي فاتت يعني ما حد بيجي. هذيك الدنيا كانت حلاوة ماشي أمور طيبة.
يقول كان عندنا كمان صالة مباراة وتمرين في
ملعب.
يعدوا على الأسبوع خالد الغامدي يا صالح شوت فيديو بكرة
أبدا صارت معدية. شنو بعد المباراة لا تنسوا. يقول هذا
أنا بستكر معانا تروح برنامج وجه والله طلب
As good in the first half.
يلا يلا منتصري موسى
Welcome back to King Abdullah Sports City. Teams out for the second half, 0-0 between Shabab Al Ahli and Foolad Khouzestan. Foolad were first forced into a change in that first half after Sina Maridi's injury, so Mohamed Abshak was the player that came on. No shots on target in that first half either, so both coaches will be looking for an improvement in front of goal in the second half. Just to remind you, it is only the top team in each group that go through. The other two teams in this group, Ahal and Al Harafa. Three of the best second-place teams go through, but that'd be a nervous wait for these teams. Certainly, these two will feel that they could be among the favourites to take that top spot. Another change coming up for Foolad. And Sari has gone off. He got a roasting from his coach in the first half, and it's the Spaniard Ibai Gomez that's coming on. Came off the bench in the first match, but only for the last 6 minutes. He's got a full 45 minutes here to try and impress. That was his debut for his new club after signing from Athletic Bilbao. Ruji Sato from Japan is the referee. Mahadi Ali, the Shabab Al Ahli coach. And final words from captain and goalkeeper Majid Nazair. 38 years of age now, Majid Nazair. So we're underway then, second half. Foolad in the white, kicking from right to left. They started the first half strongly, had a few early corners, but they were unable to really threaten Nazair's goal. What can they do in the second half, I wonder? Abshak. Did get Koulibaly forward for those set pieces, but weren't able to find him with any great quality. Gassi. Koulibaly. Game wasn't played at the greatest pace in the first half. Just wonder whether one of these teams might just consider stepping things up a little bit and just trying to put the pressure on the opposition defence. That'll be watched back to the goalkeeper by Walid. Shimba didn't have too much luck in that first half. Had a couple of chances late on in the first game. It's Thomas Olsen that's been penalised. I think he might get a yellow card here as well. It was a clumsy-looking challenge from the Shabab Al Ahli striker. It is a yellow for Thomas Olsen, Norwegian. Gassi it was that went down. He got him round the neck, round the throat. Pushing and shoving, they were both at it, but it was the grab of the neck from Thomas Olsen that earned him the yellow card. So he goes into the book, the first player booked in tonight's match. I've got a cup final already to look forward to. Shabab Al Ahli, they beat or won both legs of their League Cup semi-finals to set up a final meeting with IRN. That's into Arash. Heavy touch though, not able to bring the ball under control. Agassi. Slips inside Ganyev. By Vahid. Bundan. Koulibaly. Done by Shimba. Ibai. Vahid. Threaded in towards Kushki. Once again, the play just breaking down on the edge of the penalty area. Kushki did well to win the ball back, though, for Foolad. Ibai. Trying to turn away from Ganyev and wins the free kick. Does look good when he's on the ball, Ibai. Only had a few touches when he came on in the first match. It's the first time he's played outside his native Spain, moving to Iran. Experienced goalkeeper Majid Nazair played in 5 of Shabab Al Ahli's 6 group games last season. Vahid leaving the free kick for Ibai. No real pace or direction on the ball. It was comfortably cut out. Ibai delivers it back in again. I think Koulibaly may have been offside had he managed to get to the ball, but it's too close to Nazair. Shimba. Tries luck. That took a deflection, did it? I think it did. Shabab Al Ahli did play in the group stages like Foolad last year. They finished third place behind Istiklal and Al Hilal. Did win 2 of their games, but 7 points not quite enough. It was the top 2 with 10 that went through. Al Hilal going through as one of the best runners-ups, and of course went on to win the trophy. Vahid with the throw. Still we await the first real shooting opportunity of the second half. 9 shots already for Foolad. Nobody's hit the target as yet. Senghor. Given away cheaply once again. Arash. Poor control by Kushki. Haven't really utilised the pace of Juma or Haribaz yet in the opening minutes of the second half. We saw what they can do when they've got the ball at their feet, the 2 flying wide men. By it was another poor touch and a clumsy foul given away by Abshak. It's a little untidy, it's a little scrappy at the moment. First half was pretty similar. Second half has started in a similar kind of vein. A nudge in the back of Ahmed. Haikal. Had won their last 3 league games coming into this competition, Foolad. 6 games to go of the current league season. Did win the Iranian Super Cup in 2021. Foolad more silverware to add to their tally. Thomas. Foul on Boumdan. Thomas needs to be careful. He was booked just a moment or so ago for that challenge on Agassi. He was tackling from the wrong side, really. That was we'll probably say it was a forwards tackle. Agassi. Abshak, rather. Better looking ball in. Shimba's header! Just wide. Well, that's one of the best balls we've seen tonight, and it just goes to show if you get a delivery in, strikers will look to benefit. Got in front of Salmin, but couldn't guide the header into the bottom corner. Great ball in from Abshak, and that wasn't too far away. We'll draw a little bit of comfort from that, I think, Foolad. Still haven't hit the target, though. Haikal. Fahid for a Shabab Al Ahli throw. Thomas. Ganiev. Looked like he was tugged back there by Abshak. Indeed, the referee agrees. Lucky not to get a yellow card for that. Gordon just trying to organise defensively. and Juma over the ball. Ahmed is right in there, just been marked by Koulibaly. Floated in now, Thomas's header. Good save by Gordon. Good save, pair of hands. Finally we get a shot on target, or an effort on target with a header. Got the better of Koulibaly there, Thomas. Still couldn't find a way through to give us the opening goal of the game. Up Ibai. Here he is again, Ibai. Did well there, Salmin just managed to pull his leg out of the way, and now there'll be a break on here for Harib. Thomas pulls away from Koulibaly again, might open up a little bit of space here. There's the acceleration from Harib. Was he clipped by Agassi? Referee says he wasn't. I'll say no VAR in the group stages just to confirm decisions like that. I don't think there's any contact at all. It's a good decision by Ryuji Sato. Yeah, just stumbled Harib. Shows what he can do with his pace, though, when you put the ball into his path. Very quick, very difficult to deal with for defenders. Shimba's header. Forward by Vahid. Come off Haikal. So we're going to see a long throw here. This might be aimed in towards Shimba if they can get some distance on this. Launched by Abshak. Koulibaly's header down. On by Abshak again. That's a poor ball, though, that'll go straight through to Nazaire in goal. Good ball from Majid, just to spread the play out towards Sangor, who's got a bit of clear ground in front of him here. Juma outside him, Ahmed through the middle. Juma's shot from her, well, speculative from that sort of range, comfortable for Gordon, but will go down as another shot on target for Shabab Al Ahli. So pretty speculative from that sort of angle from Juma. Salmin's header. That's a high boot, which is caught Abshak. The second yellow card of the game goes Majid Hassan's way. I think in fairness to him, he went to go high, realised that Abshak was coming in and actually caught him when he pulled his foot out of the way, so he's possibly a little unfortunate there to get a yellow card, Majid. He seemed to be doing the right thing, but caught Abshak. So the second yellow card of the game. He joins Thomas Olsen in the book. The player would be suspended if they're booked in 2 separate matches. Would miss the next match if that's the case. So we're okay to continue. Abshak is back on his feet. Koulibaly has gone forward. It's Vahid. Challenge from Mehedi, which has been penalised. Coming together with Sangor. Maybe just a slight clash of heads. Yeah, just the arm in the back of Sangor. Earning the free kick for Mahedi, against Mahedi. Shabab Al Ahli, who drew their opening game, as we said, against Ahal. They had 17 shots in that game, only 4 on target. It's a game that's following a similar sort of pattern tonight. They've only managed 5 tonight so far. Agassi gives away the corner. Well, he's trying to shepherd that out for a goal kick, but he's got the final touch. It was good persistence from Harib to keep him under pressure. Maybe thought there was a little nudge in the back. And there's the touch, just carrying the ball over the line. Linesman right on top of it. So it will be Ganyev with a chance to put this into the danger area. It's just the second corner for Shabab Al Ahli. As usual, in to stop the pushing and shoving inside the 6-yard box. Majid just trying to use his arms to get across in front of Abshak. Those two will face up to each other again. Flick at the near post again. Nobody able to get a touchy by, hooks it away. Sangor goes all the way back to his goalkeeper, Nazair. Haikal. Ganyev. Over the top of Koulibaly. Guided back by Mahedi to his goalkeeper. Too much in terms of the possession that these sides have had in the match so far. To the final half an hour of the contest. Abshak. Free kick given away. Shimba does go in sometimes a little bit aggressively. Sangor. Walid. Majid. Abshak just got his foot out of the way in time, and Foolad will try and get this ball moving forward with Kushki. That looked like a challenge, a late challenge by Juma. Kick the leg of Arash to give away the free kick. So another free kick to Foolad. Haven't really created much with the aerial presence of Koulibaly and of Shimba. Agassi with the header on. A good save by the goalkeeper. It was Boumdan with a header. Nazaire came at a comfortable height for the keeper. Preparing another change. Shabab Al Ahli. It's going to be Federico Cattabia, the Italian that's coming on, just known simply as Fede. Majid. Harib. Juma managed to get the shot away, but again, just too high. Another substitution will be made here by Shabab Al Ahli, their first substitution of the match. It's going to be Juma that's coming off, who has looked impressive tonight, but without hitting the target. It's Federico Cattabia that comes on. Had 2 loan spells at Shabab Al Ahli before signing permanently for the season that's just ongoing at the moment, the 21-22 season. Header on in towards the path of Arash, just out of whose reach though. Defence has been very much on top in this game so far. Again by Ganev. Lots of little fouls in this game in the second half. It's been very stop-start for whatever reason. Ganev just bundling Boumdan to the floor. Curled in by Mehedi, too close to the goalkeeper though. You could see where he was aiming, looking towards Arash and Shimba that were in the middle. Good goalkeeping though, he's an experienced goalkeeper, Nazaire. That's just too high for Cattabia. Harib has gone across to the left-hand side now. Cattabia will play on the right. Mehedi just hauled to the ground by Harib. Just over 20 minutes to go. Can either side get the breakthrough? Obviously, a point is better than none at all, but if there were to be a winner in the game later between Ahal and Al Harafa, then just leaves clear leaders at the top of the group after a couple of games gone. Good ball leading in towards Koulibaly. Could only head the ball back towards his own goal rather than towards the goal he's supposed to be attacking. Kushki. With the change coming, a man we saw come off the bench in the opening match, Omar Abdulrahman. Came on after 72 minutes via Hali. He's going to get on similar kind of time here. Just a fraction early. He's coming on to replace Ganiev, the man who scored the goal in the first game but hasn't managed to find the mark tonight. So a couple of changes made now in the second half by Mehdi Ali. Another yellow card, Katabia. The man fouled. Vahid, the man going into the book. So the first Foolad player gets booked tonight. Vahid Hidari. Straight through the outstretched foot. That was a painful one. Another free kick to defend here for Foolad. Omar, who's just come on, is over this along with Haikal. It is Omar. Trying to run that one into Harib and use his pace to try and steer the ball across, but he was well marshalled by Shimba. Two players ducked underneath that one. Shimba's header. Looking for Ibai. Vahid gives the ball away. Abshak. Brought down by Majid. Fair to say he doesn't think that's a foul. Majid, who was booked in the first half, want to talk himself into a second yellow card. He played in those two UAE World Cup qualifiers early this month against last month rather, against Iraq and the Korean Republic. Vahid. Ibai. Ball just went out of play. Mehdi Ali with a few words for the fourth official as well. It's getting near the stage of the game where a goal now would be a massive psychological boost with only a quarter of an hour to go. I think the worry for Foolad will be the fact that they haven't had much of a cutting edge in their opening two games. Here's Abshak with the throw. As we said, they got back-to-back games coming up against Al Harafa next, against Ahal next. Shabab Al Ahli will play Harafa in the reverse games. Katabia. So change for, or double change coming up for Foolad. Boumdan is coming off. Abassi. In fact, Boumdan's not coming off. I think they got the wrong number. It's Kushki. Is it that's coming off? Well, Abassi's definitely coming on. And Mohamed Reza is also coming on. So Kushki and Irash are the two players coming off. A lot of eights there for the fourth official to get his head around. So 4 changes made now by Foolad. Just getting some treatments at the moment, so a chance for the players to come across and get a few final instructions, because time is starting to run out here. Just going through there of the substitutions. Mohamed Reza Abassi started the first game 3 days ago. Mohamed Reza, feature in that first match, the 38-year-old coming on for his first appearance of this season's AFC Champions League group stage. Shabab Gordon's okay after a little bit of treatment. His second spell at Foolad, the goalkeeper. That's a good ball out to Sangor. Harry good just inside him. Abassi trying to prevent the cross. I think that may just have gone out of play before Sangor got his foot round it. Good decision by the officials. They've got the big decisions right. There haven't been too many big decisions for the officials tonight, but what they have had to do, they've got correct so far. Thomas. Haikal. A flick it across, but he's won himself a corner. There was no real challenge coming in. Ahmed was the closest player to it. The Italian Federico Catabia to take the corner over Thomas. It's flicked away by Boumdan. A clumsy foul. Lots of clumsy fouls in this second half. That one's from Walid. Oh, the man who's just come on, Mohamed Reza. Javad Nakounam just been told to get back into his technical area by the fourth official. He'd just gone walkabout. 13 shots from Foolad. Much better Well, in fact, they need one more to equal their record or the number they had in their first game, and they still haven't managed to find a goal. 27 shots so far have failed to see them hit the scoreboard. Nudge from Salman on Shimba, who maybe just caught him with that trailing arm. Mohamed Reza. No foul. Ahmed. Put in possession by Abshak. Boumdan just rolls it off to Abbasi. Just getting white shirts forward in numbers now. To Abbasi again. Trying to turn his way through. Senghor gets the challenge in. Abbasi pulls it back. Boumdan shot! Takes a deflection and goes into the net. And Foolad are finally off the mark. Their first goal in the competition. And with 8 minutes to go, they have finally breached that Shabab Al Ahli defence. Boumdan will claim it, but there was a big deflection, I think, in front of the goalkeeper, maybe off Ahmed, to send it past Nazer. And that's just what they wanted. And finally the breakthrough in the 83rd minute. We'll see who the deflection came off, but there are some stunned-looking Shabab Al Ahli players at the moment, but take nothing away from the work from Boumdan. Scored his last goal against his former club back in March. It was poor defending by Senghor, who really should have got the ball away. Yeah, off Ahmed, past Nazer. I think the shot was going on target, maybe not, but it won't care if it does go down as an own goal. They won't mind. It's just the tonic they needed late on in the game to put themselves in front. Javid Nakunam, you can see what it means to the coach. And this will be a big statement for Foolad if they can hold on to get the points here. But Shabab Al Ahli conceded a late goal against Ahal and came back through Ganyev. He's no longer on the field, so what can they do here? Haikal. Omar. See, he was saying concentrate and focus. Katabia all the way across to Harib. Senghor on the overlap. Omar. Haikal. Katabia. Looking for the run of Haikal again. Hammered away, anywhere will do. Everybody back behind the ball now for Foolad. Koulibaly's header. Boumdan. Now Shimba. Majid. Omar. Long way from goal. It took a deflection before it could reach the goalkeeper. Hooked away by Vahid. Shimba. Oh, he's been penalised. It looked like a good challenge by Shimba on Salmin, but the whistle went. You see there, Javid Nakunam said that's no foul. Not sure it was a foul. There was no, didn't seem to be much contact. Right in front of the fourth official. Well, the game needed a goal. It might just liven up the final few minutes with Shabab Al Ahli now trying to get themselves back level in the game. Omar. Majid. Katabia goes out off Ibai. Omar. Nicely brought down by Ahmed, still alive here. Katabia does well to stand the cross up, Noni back across goal, away by Koulibaly. Harib just gets away from Mohamed Reza. Bassi trying to stay with him and just make sure that he can't get the crossover. Right to the back post, Katabia heads it back, Koulibaly heads away from in front of goal. Shahab Gordon rather, backed into the post and has stayed down. Good work by Koulibaly in front of goal, though, to make sure that no one in red could get near that ball. It's a good header back by Katabia. Thomas was just in behind Koulibaly and unable to get a touch. Good one for the goalkeeper when he backed into the post. Another change about to be made by Shabab Al Ahli. It's Ahmed that's gone off, and Yahya Al-Ghassani that's coming on. Came on at half-time in the first match against Ahal. There's the goal again. Flicked off the heel of the man that's just gone off. Just a couple of minutes plus stoppages to go for Shabab Al Ahli to get back into this one. And that's off Katabia. They won't be too quick in taking the set pieces now. Push in the back by Haikal, not given. Away by Agassi, who's had a good game at central defence alongside Koulibaly tonight. Shimba headed on for Ibai, but he won't keep that one in play. But while the ball's at this end of the field, then Foolad are in no danger if they could just keep it in the Shabab Al Ahli half of the field. Goal has been credited as an own goal to Ahmed. Omar. Salmin. Stepped forward by Haikal to Katabia. Al-Ghassani. Shimba gets back to win the ball. Ibai. Play continues. Mehedi, 6 minutes added time at the end of the game, so there may still be a lifeline here for Shabab Al Ahli. This is Bassi on the chase, gets to the ball before Salmin. Mohamed Reza. Shimba. That's a poor ball from Ibai because Mohamed Reza had made that forward run across goal. Now Shabab Al Ahli on the attack at the other end. Stabbed across, Katabia! And they've done it again, they've come from behind once more, and it's the substitute who gets the goal, Federico Katabia. And they've left it late into stoppage time at the end of the match. But once again, Foolad have been able to hang on here. And Federico Katabia in the right place at the right time to guide the ball in beyond Gordon. It was good distribution in the first instance from Nazaire. Great ball across, and Katabia got there first. Olsen couldn't quite reach it. Great run by the substitute, Al Ghassani. Katabia had to stretch. But a good goal. And we're back to 1-1. Took a while, but we've had 2 goals now in the final stages. Vahid has come off, replaced by Sina Shabahassi. Is there time for another twist in this one, I wonder? Ibai back to Mohamed Reza. Ibai. Abshak. Sina, the man who's just come on. It's gone for a corner. Haikal furiously beats the ground. Will be swung over by Mohamed Reza. They'll wait for Koulibaly to come forward. Gassi there as well. Flick header away. Driven through a crowd of players by Ibai. Well, he'll be disappointed, Javed Dakounam, to have gone in front so late and been unable to hold on to that lead. Salmin. That's a poor ball, given possession back to Foolad, who with a bit of urgency around now, trying to mount another meaningful attack in the 2 minutes or so that remain. Sina with a throw. Shimba goes down under Salmin's challenge. So a chance from the free kick, maybe for Foolad to get themselves back in front once again. Mohamed Reza over the free kick. Good ball, and it came off the defender and goes for a corner. Salmin was backtracking. Mohamed Nazaire claiming there was some pushing going on. Koulibaly was right behind him. So it will be Mohamed Reza to swing this one over. Awkward one right under the post, plucked out of the air by Nazaire, who was looking to get his side moving forward and brought down. I think it was more clumsy more than anything else. The referee will pull the ball back to where the foul was committed, but he's furious, the captain, with the decision. Koulibaly tried to get a hold of him. Boumdan did get a hold of him. He's looking to play one of those long throws again that set them up for the goal a few moments ago. Threaded through for Harib. It's been quite as effective in the second half, Harib, having switched sides after the introduction of Katabia. Haikal, Katabia. Haikal. Omar. Katabia once again, couldn't bring the ball down though. Boumdan just did enough to get in front of him. And there goes the whistle. So 2 games for these sides, 2 draws now. And for the second time in a row, Shabab Al Ahli have had to come from behind. It was an own goal from Ahmed that put Foolad in front after Boumdan's shot was deflected in past the goalkeeper. But then in stoppage time, Federico Katabia got the goal. The substitute coming on to slide home after a brilliant piece of work from Al Ghassani down that far side. But neither side taking 3 points. It remains all square here in the King Abdullah Sports City at the full-time score. Shabab Al Ahli 1, Foolad Khouzestan 1.